Host Ken here, talking with famous people. Barely functioning Host Ken. That's what I feel like right now. May not be apparent, because I don't know when they'll get uploaded, but I actually have made several videos, 3 at this point. 5 if you count the 2 that didn't work out. I'm in a particular situation. I've been finding myself over the last few days creating videos and stressing out about them beyond belief. Also, I think to myself, oh, I'm going to present this particular way. I'm going to be very fluent when I speak. Then I turn the camera on and I find all those fluent things I was saying in my mind suddenly are choppy. It's probably something I'll get over, but before making videos, before doing this, I didn't realize just how terrified I was of the idea of putting something out into the world that could be evaluated by others. It's kind of terrifying. I had a nightmare last night. Not about, dying or having an existential crisis or, being chased like a monster. Typical nightmare stuff. That stuff doesn't bother me. I don't consider those nightmares. I have them all the time. They're not nightmares. It is a nightmare for me? The dream I had last night, where I envisioned posting a video that had an obscenely large dislike bar and comments of people saying that they didn't understand what I was talking about. They got nothing out of it. And I woke up and I'm like, seriously? Is that what I'm worried about? Like, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I do care. And it's not like I want coddling from people. Like, oh, it's okay, we got that. I'm like, no, this isn't me looking for sympathy. This is me trying to come to terms with the fact that I'm scared of evaluation. I'm scared of... Like, in the videos I put out so far, or that I guess I will put out, of the ones that I made and also the go-to meetings I've been in, I found myself in the position of trying to teach things when I don't even fully understand them myself. And that's a little problematic, because typically you want to know something before you start trying to teach it. I'm wondering to myself, why am I trying to do that? Why am I trying to tell people how to live their lives when I'm still figuring it out while I'm talking about it? Something I'm realizing is that this whole making videos thing, it needs to be about me just expressing myself and not necessarily trying to teach anyone anything. Because I don't feel quite ready for that. Not saying that I wouldn't. I'm happy to try to do that. But in my honest opinion, I don't know what I have to offer at this point other than my own personal experience. And there's also another component to it, which is that I'd rather be saying to myself, oh, well, I'm offering something, whether it's information or entertainment. I'm giving something to people, and that's my main motivator for making the videos, because I don't like the idea of recording videos for the, sort of sole purpose of expressing myself and sort of talking about my own feelings and what I think, and looking for feedback from other people. It just seems selfish. Like, to me, I'm like, oh, delving into what I think about things? What a waste of time. But it's what I need to do. And reason why I mentioned the whole coddling thing is I think maybe this is an intuition thing, I don't know. But I find that when people tell me, well, just hang in there, well, it'll get better, immediately my brain's like, right, unless it doesn't. Like, but presenting me with a positive scenario doesn't help, because it could just as possibly end up being a negative scenario. See, and now I'm trying to turn this into a teaching moment, and I don't even know what it means for myself. So if I don't want coddling, what do I want? To just express myself, right? Well, what does that accomplish? Just expressing myself. Might reduce this fear that I have of being evaluated. More than being evaluated and found lacking. Which is funny, because I don't really think of myself as an overachiever. It's not like I have this integrity to keep intact. I'm actually fairly comfortable with doing my own thing and living by my own rules in my head. But it gets so different when it comes to the practical. It's like I have my own inner world, and then I have the external, more practical world. At least that's how I perceive it. That's why my nightmares are comprised of practical things. You know, like I forgot to pay a bill or something. Or like I'm shooting this video right now and there's a lot of background noise going on. I'm thinking to myself, oh, they're not gonna want to listen to that, and it's like that alone spirals into something of it's like, well, there's reason enough, don't put up the video because they're gonna find you lacking. And while part of me is fine with sort of backing off and trying to keep quiet, not trying to step on anyone's toes, or at least my perception of me thinking that I will step on someone's toes or bother someone. Part of me is fine with that, but another part of me is like sorry to sound dramatic, but what's the point of living if if I'm just going to be terrified, not only of my own shadow, but everyone else's? It's like, it's one of those simultaneous things where I want help, but I don't like to appear weak. I just don't like to appear weak. I don't like to appear vulnerable. But if I take even 5 seconds of introspection, I'll find, well, yeah, I'm just as vulnerable as I've ever been. I still have problems where I have problems. I need help when I need help. No amount of willpower and, you know, desire to just be better is going to fix that. I'm always going to have problems. I can prove myself, but it's like I find myself time and time again in the position of thinking, well, I'm scared of people, or I'm scared of failure, so I need to improve myself. But then I lack the focus or the drive to actually improve myself, so I just continue to remain a hermit. Because sometimes it feels safer that way. It feels safer just not to get involved. Which, it isn't necessarily what I want to do. You know. It's like I'm shooting this now. It's fine now. I'm just expressing myself. This feels fine. But at some point I'm going to have to upload it. And I'm going to upload the other videos too, because one of the things I've been thinking to myself is those other 3 videos. I made an introduction. I did one entitled INFJ Dark Side. I did one entitled, I don't know, it's going to be entitled yet. Something having to do with the super ego escapade or something. It's a whole thing. It's like a 40-minute video. And I've been thinking to myself, just don't upload those ones. They're bad. Just don't. But at the same time, I just want to put something out there, whether it's bad or not, just so it can get evaluated. Because even if it's evaluated negatively, I think that'll take the sting out of it a bit. I don't know. I found myself in the position of being someone that very much likes to act like they have things together, like they're in control. And that's not me. I think I can feel in control in the moment, but to me, more than anything, it's only control over myself, and even then, that's typically feigned or exaggerated a little bit. I'm aware of the fact that I'll never have full control over my environment, although I would like to. I don't know. It's just me freaking out a little bit. I'm finally trying to put some things out there, and I'm finding just how scary the situation can seem. I don't want to fail. I want to be perfect, but I'm also painfully aware that I've never been, nor will I ever be perfect. And for quite a bit of my life, my answer to that has been, well, just don't do things. Got a barking dog behind me. Thank you. That's helping. I don't know. If you were looking for a point to this, it doesn't have one. And I feel like I need to learn to be okay with that. There's not some tidy point to the end of everything. I'm just expressing myself right now. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do I not know about? Everything. I don't know. Ask me anything. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll end it here. Because as long as I'm talking about what I fear, that's like 40 hours worth of material. For just 1 week. Another 40 for the next week. Yeah. Thanks for watching.